I'm grateful that you could make time to join us. We're coming to you live from our studios in Kokomlemle, Accra, streaming live on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 144, and around the world at myjoyonline.com. We start off with a rather disturbing story. A young woman is pleading for assistance in locating her 4-year-old son who's been missing for nearly 2 weeks in Offinso of the Ashanti region. Little Dauda Abdullah is the 4th child to have gone missing in the region in the month of May. The 3 others have been found murdered, allegedly under cruel circumstances. But mother of 4-year-old Dauda has some hope that she'll find her son alive. She's appealing to the public to help locate him. Other from Saras's Saridonko has more.
4 children have gone missing in the past 3 months in Obuasi, Asunomaso, and Offinso. 3 of them have been found cruelly murdered days after they went missing. The 4th child, 4-year-old Dauda Abdullah, is still missing from his home here at Offinso, Sabwa. Her mum, Aliyah Abdullah, is restless, with Dauda's clothes a constant reminder of him.
Now I'm miserable. I can't even eat or drink. Anytime I remember the child, I cry. Even when I wake up from sleep, I begin to cry.
The murder of a 4-year-old girl who went missing few meters from here is still fresh on her mind. But she has hopes of finding his boy alive. She seeks public assistance.
I urge anyone who can help us find my child to come forth. This is very heartbreaking for me. A child who could be of help to me would just vanish in this manner.
Neighbors have fond memories of little Dauda. They tell me they live in fear for their kids.
We've stayed here for long, but these recent occurrences are new to us. Now we are scared leaving our kids at home.
Now you are scared leaving the kids at home. We even keep monitoring them even when they are at school.
This
has become frequent in this area. We often hear news of this sort, even on adults.
So this is a very quiet community. It is called Offinso Sabwa, and in this small cottage or bungalow is where little Dauda used to stay with his mother. It's been 2 weeks since he went missing, and the family misses him so much. The whole community is stunned and scared, even for their children. Now the gentleman who took him that day is still in police custody. I'm told by the police that he has been taking them on a wild goose chase, and there are no clues coming in from the suspect as to where little Dauda may be. Until the various crime agencies step up their game, and until the public come forth with information that will lead to his whereabouts, he remains missing, and it presents an agony to the family and the whole Sabwa community. Reporting for JoyNews, Erastus Asaridonko, Offinso in the Ashanti region.
Well, we've got Erastus joining the program live via Zoom for some more details on this very, very disturbing development from the Ashanti region. So, Erastus, you just gave us a very nice, beautiful wrap on that story. In there, you tell us what the police has been saying specifically about little Dauda's case. But tell us what they've been saying about the situation in general.
Well, in general, we've not had much coming from the regional police command. They've not responded to programs that we've done, detailing and chronicling some of these deaths. Mind you, it's not the children alone. We've had some gruesome murders of some women in areas like Achoma Kwangoma, where parts of the bodies were missing and all that. We've not had any concrete information coming in from the regional command. But individually on these cases, the police in those areas have been speaking. Let me restrict myself to Offinso, where the police in the last 1 week have been frantically searching every nook and cranny of Offinso for the boy. The gentleman who went out with him, who was last seen with him, is giving them, you know, areas upon areas. They will check and there's nothing there. In fact, just as yesterday when we were there, they were even trying to look into other areas that he's mentioned. And all that he keeps saying is that he left the boy at the wee base, that is a marijuana smoking base, and went to do something else. And so when he came back, the boy was not there.
Erastus, this gentleman who is in police custody, or this man who's in police custody, what's his relationship with Dauda?
In fact, there is no relationship with the small boy, but per my investigations, I'm learning that this is not the first time he took him. He lives in the area where the mom works. And so it's like somebody that the boy plays with. And sometimes he takes him out to buy sweets for him.
Okay.
And so this time around, he took him out and never returned with him.
So Erastus, you've just mentioned the general security situation in the Ashanti region, which includes the alleged murder of some older folks. But in Offinso, it appears that the abduction and subsequent discovery of these murdered kids is becoming a trend. Have you been able to pick up if the police has plans of any proactive measures, or even the traditional authorities in this area, to try and stem what appears to be becoming a trend?
Exactly, and that's the concern of many who have been speaking with us. In fact, some of them raise issues with the recent trend of scammers. They call them scammers. Others call them rituals. Young guys making money out of nowhere who have besieged the town. And so they believe that if the police does not do anything about the upset of these things, then it's going to get really ugly. We've not heard from the chief on what he intends to do in support of trying to clamp down on this. But if you look at the girl, the 4-year-old girl who was murdered the same month, she went missing just a week. And then they found the body with a throat slit and packaged into a polythene bag and dug in a shallow grave. And this was just about 2 weeks, and then this boy also went missing, and up until now, we've not had any information on his whereabouts. They've mentioned other areas where adults have been killed and parts of their bodies were missing and all that. So this is the concern of the community, that the police need to get to the bottom of it, provide closure, and get perpetrators who are still hanging around to book.
Erastus, so in these cases that you mentioned, the little girl who was found with her throat slit, have there been any arrests? What's the progress in solving these cases?
So one person was arrested. He's a 20-year-old young man. He has denied any knowledge of the killing. But then the police are saying that their investigations are really closing in on evidence that pinned him to the crime. And so he was brought to court about 3 weeks ago. The thousands of people gathered in front of the court. They wanted to lynch him. And finally, he was taken to custody and remanded into police custody. So he will be back in court on the 28th of this month. And then we'll get to know how things will pan out. But with this one, the person in custody is not helping with investigations, and the police are still doing their best to follow the leads that he's been giving them.
Thank you very much, Erastus Dasari-Donkor. They're giving us details of this very, very disturbing situation. So if you're watching us and you have information on the whereabouts of Dauda Abdallah, kindly inform the police, and also for all the parents out there, do stay safe and keep your kids safe. That's